Most investors buy SCHD thinking it's the perfect, safe ticket to a rich retirement. But relying on only dividend stocks is one of the biggest mistakes you can make. What if the dividend dream you've been sold is actually leaving your portfolio dangerously exposed and incomplete? The love for SCHD is understandable. It delivers consistent dividend income from quality U.S. companies. But this narrow focus creates critical blind spots in your portfolio that could cost you dearly in the long run. There are two other types of investments that successful investors use to patch these exact weaknesses. In this video, I'm going to reveal two specific ETFs that fill these gaps. And if you stay until the end, I'll show you exactly how to combine them into powerful strategies designed for your specific financial goals. You love SCHD for its fat dividend checks. But what if that income is blinding you to the risks of putting all your eggs in one basket? Let's talk about what's really hiding under the hood of an SCHD-only strategy. Imagine an investor we'll call Dave. Back in the late 1990s, Dave's strategy was simple and felt safe. Buy blue-chip U.S. dividend stocks. He loved the steady income and the feeling of owning solid American companies. When the dot-com bubble burst, he felt like a genius. While others lost their shirts on high-flying tech stocks, his portfolio was relatively stable. But then the next decade happened. As innovative tech companies recovered and began their historic climb, Dave's dividend-focused portfolio just stagnated. He was collecting his dividends, but he completely missed out on the massive growth that created real, life-changing wealth for others. Dave learned a tough lesson. Focusing only on income meant he was ignoring the other half of the equation, growth. His portfolio was safe, but it wasn't going anywhere fast, and his retirement goals started to seem further and further away. Dave's story highlights three critical risks you take when you only own SCHD. First is concentration risk. While SCHD holds 100 different companies, it's not as diversified as you think. The fund has massive exposure to just a few economic sectors. As of early 2025, over 40% of the fund was concentrated in just two sectors, energy at 21.08% and consumer staples at 19.06%. If those specific sectors face a tough decade due to economic changes or shifting consumer behavior, your entire portfolio's performance will be dragged down with them. Second is opportunity cost. By focusing only on dividend payers, you are actively choosing to miss out on the market's biggest growth engines. Just look at the numbers. Over the 10 years leading up to May 2025, SCHD delivered a respectable compound annual growth rate of plus 10.56%. But the NASDAQ 100, a proxy for the growth-heavy tech sector, delivered a compound annual growth rate of plus 17.71% in a similar period. A $10,000 investment in SCHD would have grown to about $27,300. That same $10,000 in a NASDAQ 100 fund would be over $51,000. You're paying a high price for that safety. Finally, there's geographic risk. SCHD invests exclusively in U.S. companies. This means you have zero exposure to the other 50 to 60% of the global economy. Companies in Europe, Japan, and fast-growing emerging markets are completely absent from your portfolio. Relying only on the U.S. market is a huge unforced error. Think the U.S. stock market is the only game in town? You're missing out on over half of the world's investment opportunities. Let me show you how to truly globalize your portfolio and protect it from a U.S.-centric downturn. It's easy to believe the U.S. market is invincible, but history tells a different story. Look at the period from 2000 to 2009, often called the lost decade for U.S. stocks. If you were invested only in the S&P 500, you would have ended that 10-year period with less money than you started with, a negative total return. It was a brutal lesson in home country bias. Meanwhile, during that same period, many international stock markets, especially in emerging economies, were delivering strong returns. Investors who were globally diversified didn't just survive the lost decade, they actually profited. This isn't some ancient history. It's a critical reminder that the U.S. won't be the top-performing market every single year. Ignoring the rest of the world is a gamble. This is the first major gap in your SCHD-only portfolio, and the solution is an ETF like the Vanguard Total International Stock ETF, VXUS. VXUS is designed to fix this exact problem. Its goal is to track the performance of the FTSE Global All Cap X US Index, which means it measures the investment return of stocks from companies in both developed and emerging markets outside of the United States. It is massively diversified, holding over 8,500 different stocks. This isn't just buying a few big European companies. It's buying the entire world market outside our borders. Adding VXUS systematically reduces the home country bias we just talked about. As of April 2025, its portfolio was spread across Europe, 40.3%, the Pacific, 25.30%, and a significant 26.40% in emerging markets. This gives you ownership in global giants that you'd otherwise miss, like Taiwan Semiconductor Manufacturing, the Swiss food conglomerate Nestlé, and the German software leader SAP. Now, while its recent 10-year compound annual growth rate of plus 5.61% hasn't matched the red-hot US market, that isn't its only job. A key role of VXUS is to provide stability when the US market falters. For instance, during the rough market of 2022, VXUS experienced a maximum drawdown of -17.97%. While still a drop, this was significantly less severe than the losses seen in more concentrated, tech-heavy US funds. Best of all, it's incredibly cheap to get this diversification. The expense ratio for VXUS is a tiny 0.05%. That means for every $10,000 you have invested, you're only paying Vanguard $5 a year to manage it. Those SCHD dividends are nice, but they're not going to make you rich. If you want the explosive growth needed to build real wealth for retirement, you need to add some horsepower. Here's the fuel for your portfolio's fire. Let's do a quick thought experiment. Imagine it's 15 years ago, and you invest $10,000. If you put it in a simple S&P 500 fund, you'd have a very nice pile of money today. If you put it into a dividend-focused fund like SCHD, you'd have a slightly smaller pile, but with great income along the way. But what if you had invested that $10,000 into the top 100 companies on the NASDAQ? Your portfolio would likely be multiples larger than both of the other options. The life-changing returns didn't come from dividends. They came from the sheer explosive growth of innovative companies like NVIDIA, which redefined an entire industry, or Apple, which grew from a computer company into a global technology superpower. This is the growth component that an SCHD-only portfolio is completely missing. This is the second major gap in your retirement plan, and you can fill it with an ETF like the Invesco NASDAQ 100 ETF, QQQM. QQQM is designed to give you a concentrated dose of growth. It tracks the NASDAQ 100 index, which is composed of the 100 largest and most innovative non-financial companies listed on the NASDAQ stock exchange. This is a direct bet on technology and forward-thinking industries. Its portfolio is heavily concentrated, with over 50% of its holdings in the information technology sector. This creates what's known as a barbell strategy. On one end of your barbell, you have SCHD, providing stability and dividend income from value-oriented companies. On the other end, you now have QQQM, providing high-octane growth potential from the world's most innovative firms. The two don't compete. They complement each other perfectly, balancing out your portfolio. The performance numbers speak for themselves, but they also highlight the risk. As a proxy for long-term performance, the QQQ ETF, which tracks the exact same index, has delivered a staggering 10-year compound annual growth rate of plus 17.71%. That high return comes with high volatility. In the brutal bear market of 2022, QQQM returned a negative minus 32.52%. This is the price of admission for high growth, but consider the difference over time. A $10,000 investment in SCHD 10 years ago would be worth about $27,000 today. That same $10,000 in a NASDAQ 100 fund would be worth over $51,000. And for a long-term investor, QQQM is a smarter choice than its more famous sibling, QQQ. Why? A lower expense ratio. QQQM charges just 0.15% per year compared to QQQ's 0.20%. It seems small, but over decades of investing, that difference will save you thousands of dollars in fees. As promised, here are the blueprints. This is where we move from theory to action. I'm going to give you 3 distinct allocation strategies. Find the one that matches your goals and risk tolerance. To make this simple, let's imagine 3 different investors. First, there's Aggressive Alex. He's 25, just starting his career, and has decades before he even thinks about retiring. His main goal is to grow his money as much as possible, and he's comfortable with big market swings. Next is Balanced Ben. Ben is 40, has a family, a mortgage, and is serious about building his retirement fund. He wants solid growth, but is also looking for a bit more stability than a pure high-risk strategy. Finally, there's Conservative George. He is 55, and his primary goal has shifted from growth to protecting the wealth he has already built. He wants his portfolio to generate reliable income and stay ahead of inflation without taking huge risks. One of these profiles probably sounds a lot like you. Here are the specific strategies designed for each of them. Strategy 1, the Aggressive Growth Builder, for Alex 20s to 30s. Allocation, 40% QQQM, 30% VXUS, 30% SCHD. Rationale, this strategy puts the growth engine, QQQM, in the driver's seat to maximize potential returns over a long time horizon. A long runway to retirement means Alex has plenty of time to recover from the inevitable market volatility. SCHD still provides a solid dividend-paying foundation, while VXUES ensures he isn't ignoring global opportunities. The goal here is maximum capital appreciation. Strategy 2, the Balanced Wealth Compounder, for Ben, 40s to early 50s. Allocation, 40% SCHD, 30% QQQM, 30% VXUS. Rationale, this is the balanced middle-of-the-road approach. SCHD is now the largest holding, providing a strong, stable core that generates reliable, growing dividends. QQQM still provides a significant growth kick, and VXUS adds that crucial global diversification. This strategy is designed to compound wealth steadily by balancing risk with reward. Strategy 3, the Capital Preservation and Income Plan, for George, late 50s plus. Allocation, 50% SCHD, 30% VXUS, 20% QQM. Rationale, the focus here shifts dramatically to capital preservation and income. SCHD becomes the anchor of the portfolio, making up half of the holdings to provide a steady stream of dividend income to live on. The allocation to the more volatile QQQM is reduced to just 20%, keeping some exposure to growth to beat inflation, but minimizing risk. VXUS remains essential for diversification. This portfolio is built to be a reliable financial engine in retirement. The key is that each of these strategies is more robust than an SCHD-only plan because they balance value, growth, and global exposure. Use these blueprints as a starting point to build a portfolio that truly fits your financial life. So, which of the 3 blueprints fits you best? Let me know in the comments below. If you want to continue building a smarter portfolio, make sure you subscribe to the channel and check out the video on the screen to keep learning right now.